I'm getting more and more interest in accessible.org, whether it's partnerships, whether it's investments, or whether it's buying accessible.org outright. Here we have another one of these emails, and I think this is from Saturday. The subject is, would you consider selling accessible.org? And this is from Justin at Flippa. Now, before I read the email, I don't show you this to tell you like, oh, people are interested in accessible.org. What I hope you're getting from all of these, from me relaying all of these messages I get is that the demand is here. And I have a specific point to this email, but just the demand is here. Like if you create a business here, it is possible that you can sell your business. So maybe that's what you're thinking about. Maybe you're thinking about an exit. Like, once I build this up, I want to exit this. And this is to show you that it's possible, right? Like the interest is here. Now, obviously, I've built my website up, but you can build up an asset too while you're going. So start thinking about, is this something I would entertain selling? I'm not entertaining selling. I'll tell you this before I even just get to the email. Let me tell you my mindset. I am not here to have a digital accessibility company, build it up, and then maybe sell it for a few $1 million and walk off into the sunset. That is not what I'm thinking. My mindset is to take over this industry. And you might have heard me say this before. I'm dead serious when I say that. I am not kidding you. So no, I'm not going to take your offer of maybe a few $100,000 or $1 million. No, I'm not taking that offer because I know what you're trying to do with it, right? Like you're trying to leverage me. There's no way I'm going for it. I never built accessible.org to sell it. Never. Now, could someone buy it from me? Yeah, but you'd have to pay me a lot of money because I realize the delta between now and in the future and what accessibility is worth. So yes, do I have a sell point? Yes, but it's not whatever Flippa is going to offer me. And yes, I know there are people that are interested in the digital accessibility space. Obviously, it's white hot. I've seen this coming a while ago, so this is not anything new to me. But this is to tell you, right, to give you this, this is insider access here, that people will be interested in building up your business if you build up a strong business, and you make it even more sellable. We'll talk about that in a moment, but this is on the table. And just because I have the stance doesn't mean you have the stance. There's nothing wrong with thinking to yourself, you know what? I want to work on this for a year, put everything into it. I want to go all in, and then I want to look for a way out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about what is right for you. And the great part is that you're in the right industry to do that, right? Like this, we're about to read through this email, and you will see the demand is here. So it reads, "Hi, my name is Justin from Flippa.com, the world's largest M&A marketplace, and I visited. I was on Flippa years ago. Like we're talking 10 years ago, so somewhere around there. So I don't even remember what M&A marketplace means. Would you consider selling your business accessible.org? So maybe this is a templated email, but I don't think Flippa just sends these randomly. So would I consider selling accessible.org? No, you will not get a reply from me. The email continues. I've been diving into your niche and traffic ranking, and I have buyers in mind who acquire businesses exactly like yours. So the more I'm reading this, the more this doesn't come across like a template. I would love to talk to you through it in person on a quick call. No obligation, of course. It's a stupid add-in. Like, why would I be obligated? Also, you get a complimentary valuation here when it suits you. I don't need your valuation. What good is your valuation anyway? Like, your valuation is not going to take into account the immense upside here. So no, I don't need your valuation. Just hit reply and let's take a time. Let's organize a time to chat. Take care, Justin. All right. So you received some of my candid thoughts on what he wrote me. But if you decide to build up your business, and you take yourself out of the branding, that can help you with selling. It's not to say that you can't sell it anyway. Obviously, accessible.org isn't my name, and I could potentially sell because of that. But you can sell, right? So this is a possibility. This is something that you can have in the back of your mind as you're building up your business. Do I want to sell this? And if you do, you want to make sure that you're going to get a premium on your return, and then also keep in mind the market dynamics. So why am I receiving an email like this? And by the way, this may be a template, but I have not seen an email from Flippa to buy accessible ever before. I don't remember Flippa. I've had other templated emails, and I think what happens is they might go down the list of digital accessibility companies. Again, this space is just, I mean, this is where everything is going, right? I've been talking about this. It's happening. You can see it happening. This is just the perfect illustration for me to show you. But I'm not selling it, and what's going to happen is they're going to undervalue it. This is what a seller does. I don't care about their valuation. I know the valuation, and if you were going to sell it, you don't want to rely on any arbitrary complimentary valuation. Oh, thanks, it's for free. You're going to undersell me for free. That's all that's going to happen here, and you're not going to capture that upside. So right now, accessible.org has real upside. It's highly desirable. I told you I've been reached out to by investors, and these were definitely not templates. Reached out to for people looking to partner with me. So I expect this to happen more and more and more, and I keep ignoring these people. If they want to get my attention, they could put a number on this. But otherwise, I'm not entertaining it. I already know, like, right, like that's part of this membership. I already know, like, this is why did this very intentionally, and I didn't do it so that someone could come along and get a steal of a price and then take accessible.org. There's no way. But as you are building up your business, start to think, hey, do I need to have myself be the brand? Or, there's a side to that where it says yes, like if you're part of the branding, it can help. But I'm sure here with accessible.org, they could easily take me out of the branding and continue forward, right? So it's the domain name alone. They could continue with that and all of the content and just start to remove me over time. But when you are building out your website and your brand, start thinking about, entertain the possibility. Do I want to sell? Is this something where I want to put in 1 to 2 years, build up my business, and then look for an exit, take the money, and just go lay on a beach somewhere and have that be it? And that's what some people do. And it's entirely possible, because the reason why they're so interested in buying is because they're hoping I'm stupid enough to sell. Is basically what this comes down to. Um, so if you build up equity in your brand, in your website, in your social media properties, and you do this the right way, you will also get other emails. So all this comes down to is continual building. Links, content, social media, connect them, do so strategically, do so um, in a manner where you are really putting up the numbers. I think about numbers like statistics, like, right. When I watch basketball, and if you watch if you watch basketball, then you'll see some players that are stars, and they just put up numbers, and they do so consistently. And so if you keep putting up numbers, eventually you're going to start knocking over the obstacles being competitors in your way, and then you're going to become more visible, and then you're going to become more desirable because you've got these aged properties, you've established this business, and now you're attracting interest from buyers who want to take advantage of all of the work you've done. And so there could easily be a meeting where it makes sense for both you and them. And so, again, this space is where you're right where you need to be. This is the exact right space to be in. And now start thinking more about your business and how valuable it is, and what would be invaluable to an investor. What would be valuable is if it's very obvious what you do. You have a specialized niche. Your content is targeted to that niche. You have a website that is getting citations in AI, that is visible in Google. I'm telling you, hyper specialization. If you hyper specialize, you can shortcut this process. And so they're going to be looking for accessibility businesses. And if you have an accessibility business that is targeted to one thing or another, and this could be whether you're offering services or you're offering products or you have both, then you will be interested to these investors. They want to capture all of this work you put in. So think about it this way. You can not only get paid for your time right now in services and potentially product sales, you could also potentially be bought out after you've captured everything you have, and the buyout makes sense for you. So think about this, think about putting in the work, think about what you're doing day after day. Make sure that you're building up your brand and building up your website and building up your content if you want to go that route. If you don't want to go that route, your business will still have value if you still have the leads, if you still have the connections. If you have that, then your business still has value. Even if it's not visible in Google, even if it's not visible in AI, you will become known in another way. So it'll be like, okay, this is a place of commerce. This is a brand that is really generating business, and it's not doing so through content marketing through social media. It's doing so through outreach or through social media, right? So maybe you become the biggest accessibility and compliance presence on TikTok, something I am not on, or Instagram, right? It's here. You have to decide how you're going to approach this. So start thinking strategically. How am I going to build up this empire? And I think the fastest way to do this is through hyper specialization.